Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Mike, and I want to thank you for logging in and watching tonight's program. Now, while you're waiting, and we're not exactly ready to start, but I just want to ask you to do me a favor. If you can see that little share button that's on the lower right-hand portion of that YouTube screen, can you hit that share button and go ahead and share this link with somebody who you think can benefit from hearing about the awesome job and the awesome support that your Y does in the community. And also, if you haven't done so already, I want you to visit lcy.fundraise, that's fun, F-U-N, raise.org. And feel free to share that link also with whoever you shared the YouTube link with and with anyone else that needs to see and experience what the Y does in the community. All right? I'm going to go and make sure everybody's ready to go. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. Thanks. Be right back. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Whether you're on your phone, whether you're at home, or wherever that you may be, my name is Mike Chai. I'm a board member with the Los Cerritos YMCA, and on behalf of the board, the staff, and YMCA families, I welcome you to our 2021 annual support campaign kickoff. We feel so blessed to have you here with us, and I hope this evening will inspire you who are YMCA campaigners as you embark on this month-long journey of raising funds to support the families of our community. And if you're watching and you're not a campaigner yet for the YMCA, I hope that at the end of this program, you'll be inspired by the impact the YMCA makes in our communities, and maybe even want to join us. I want you to go to lcy.fundraise.org to make a difference in the life of the youth in our community. I would now like to introduce a friend of the YMCA, Diane Martinez. Diane is a Paramount Unified School District board member and a local Los Cerritos Y board member. She will be offering our opening inspiration this evening. Take it away, Diane.
Thank you, Mike. The bridge builder. An old man going along a highway came at the evening cold and gray, to a chasm vast and deep and wide, through which was flowing a sullen tide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. That sullen stream had no fears for him, but he turned when he reached the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. "Old man," said a fellow pilgrim near, "you are wasting strength in building here. Your journey will end with the evening day. You never again must pass this way. You have crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build you the bridge at the eventide?" The builder lifted his old gray head. "Good friend, in the path I have come," he said, "there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been not to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He, too, must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building the bridge for him." This poem is so appropriate for this evening because this evening we are building bridges for our youth and our community. I hope that you will find in your heart to contribute to our campaign fundraiser. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Diane. You're right. One person can make a difference. But I want you all to imagine the impact we could have if we all came together in service to others. It would be huge. Joining us next is Bellflower City Councilman and Chairman of the Los Cerritos Y Board of Managers, Ray Hamada, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ray?
Yes, thank you, Mike. I am blessed to be here. Again, everyone, this past year has been a challenging and trying year for all of us. But we have responded by exercising our freedoms to adapt and persevere during this pandemic. Look, almost 90 years ago, our country experienced probably the worst economic depression of a lifetime. Then, our 31st president, Mr. Herbert Hoover, faced the onset of that great challenge. Mr. Hoover inspired the nation with a quote: "Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity." So, through thick or thin, we will continue to serve our fellow human beings with care for youth and families. So now, please join me in honoring our great country by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to our symbol of freedom, our flag. Okay, with hand over heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Ray. Now, like I said earlier, tonight is our annual support campaign kickoff. And some of you may be asking, what is the annual support campaign? Well, I'll tell you. This is our yearly effort to raise the funds necessary for every child and family in our community to have access to important programs like childcare, swimming lessons, day camp, and youth sports, to name a few. Every dollar raised goes directly to providing families with financial assistance to participate in those much-needed programs. To share more about the impact the YMCA makes in the community, I would now like to invite Los Cerritos Y Board member and the chairman of our 2021 annual support campaign, Brad Garofalo, to share with you the importance of this campaign and more about the work your Y has been doing in our communities. All yours, Brad.
Well, thank you, Mike. Good evening. I'm Brad Garofalo, the Los Cerritos YMCA Annual Support Campaign Chair, and I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight. It goes without saying that the past year has been challenging, but I want you to know that from the very beginning, your Y has worked tirelessly to meet the new needs of our community. On March 15th, Friday, School abruptly shut indefinitely. And our families were wondering where their kids were going to receive care. Well, by Monday, RY had already had plans in place for full-day programming, all while implementing the ever-changing COVID safety protocols. This resulted in kids being able to engage in arts and crafts, games, outdoor activities, and get help with their homework. For those families, the Y made all the difference. Let's hear from parent Jennifer Bullion about that experience.
And my daughter's name is Aurora. She's in 2nd grade, and she's been going here for about 3 years. So she started in kindergarten, and she loves the YMCA. She loves coming here every day. I always ask her, when I pick her up when we get in the car, what made you smile today? She always tells me it's the staff. Someone in the staff made her happy in some way. So that always, it makes me feel really, peace of mind to bring her here every day to drop her off, which is honestly, as a parent, my biggest relief. So to have her, have a place that's safe and fun, especially during COVID times, that she's been able to come to every day and be with friends, really means a lot to both her and myself.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. We're so glad Aurora loves being at the Y. And in addition to offering full-day programming, your Y also delivered meals to youth in the community. Between March and April, we averaged over 2,600 meals per day. Your Y became a safeguard against hunger in the community, serving a whopping 253,828 meals. Sandra Espinoza is a community volunteer who worked with the Y staff, delivering meals to people without transportation. Let's hear a little from Sandra about that program.
Hi, my name is Sandra Espinoza, and I live in the city of Bellflower for over 30 years. I have been involved with a lot of community work, and when the pandemic hit, I was worried. I was worried about those single moms, the couples that one lost their job and the other one didn't know what to do. But to my surprise, I got a phone call from one of our community leaders, who is Mike Chai. He said, Sandra, if you know any families that will be in need of food because somebody lost their job or they don't have any income or whatever they're facing, I want you to know that we have YMCA stepping in and putting all these food program for all the families was involving not just the families but all the children. So I got together with Mike. This was in the beginning of March, not knowing what this will be, but when he explained me that all I will be doing was drive every single morning so the children can have breakfast and lunch, okay? I made a commitment to drive for those ladies so the children won't go hungry. So I want to thank YMCA for telling me about this program. And if I will have a mom next year to me, I don't even think that they will be able to tell you how much they appreciate the help from all the volunteers, because I'm going to say something. YMCA is a great program. I do believe in them 100% because I am a testimonial of the wonderful job that these people is doing for our community. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sandra. She was literally out there every day during the summer with our Y staff, serving the needs of the community. During the summer, we also found a way to provide recreation for the kids. Kids were taught to swim while instructors wore face shields and face masks. Recreational swim was offered in reduced numbers. Y Sports Academy taught skills training while social distancing. And for families that still needed full-day programming, we had Y Summer Day Camp. In fact, the staff even got creative and reconfigured the gym for laser tag and miniature golf. I was blown away by all the things our Y was doing. And then fall rolled around, and school started, but school still wasn't open. So your Y pivoted again, offering Y Camp Academy. This program ensured that our kids had the time and capacity to attend their classes, get help with their schoolwork, and still have some fun with games, arts and crafts, and outdoor activities. Yesenia Garcia is a parent who can tell us a little bit about all of this. Go ahead, Yesenia.
Hi, my name is Yesenia, and my son Caesar attends the YMCA. He's 9 years old, and he's been with the YMCA for the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, he's been able to attend swimming lessons and has learned to swim. We had a hard time teaching him at home, and the YMCA was a great help. We have a pool at home, so it's really important that he knows how to swim to keep him safe whenever we're around the pool area. They were able to help with that. He's also attended basketball clinics, in which my husband was also a coach and got to experience being a coach for young children. Caesar learned a lot of fundamentals with basketball and sports all around. He was able to be a previous NBA basketball player, which is a very cool experience for him. He's also attended the before and after school care program, and we've depended a lot on the transportation. As working parents, it's hard to find transportation for kids during work hours. The YMCA has been a huge help. When the pandemic began, we struggled and we panicked and we didn't know what we were going to do with Caesar and getting him the time and a location to be able to do his schoolwork. And the YMCA has really been a huge help with that in providing a safe environment, following everything possible to keep the kids safe and the parents and the staff, and just making you feel really comfortable to have your child there all day long while you have to work during these crazy moments. And they were also able to help with financial aid. We were impacted by the pandemic, and I truly don't know what we would have done if they weren't able to provide that financial aid. That was a huge help, and we will be beyond thankful during this time, and will continue to bring Caesar to the YMCA and future programs.
Well, thank you, Yesenia. And you know, all of this brings us to why we're here tonight. Tonight marks the start of a four-week effort to share our why stories with friends, families, neighbors, strangers, anyone who will listen about the great things we're doing in the community. It's just that simple. Share your stories and urge people to join us in our efforts to change the lives of people in our community. And hopefully, all these efforts will culminate in us reaching our goal to raise $110,000. Now, when I start talking about money and math and $110,000, there's somebody I want to introduce, and that's my fellow board member, Jared Coops. How you doing, Jared?
Brad, I couldn't be better. How are you, buddy?
I'm living the dream. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So tonight we're going to report our kickoff numbers, and this is gifts from our staff, our board, our campaigners. How do you feel about that? How do you feel?
A part of me feels excited. Part of me has some trepidation. Part of me just doesn't know.
I think we've got good momentum with all the hard work these folks have been doing, we've been doing over the past year. I think we're going to hit the ground running here, and I'm excited.
I am too.
So let's see what you got.
All right, here goes.
All right.
Now, Brad, let's recap. What is the goal this year?
$110,000, Jared.
So as of right now, as we sit here.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay.
$53,556. That's 49% of goal, Brad.
53,556. We're at 49%, and I think that's over $20,000 more than we kicked off with last year, and that's awesome, and that's because of all of your efforts, and it's much appreciated. And the key now is, let's not...
Oh, hold on.
We have more news.
Hold the press. We got some more giving.
There's more.
Oh, there's more. So we were at 53,566.
556.
556. So we're going to tack on now. We're going to tack on. Thank you to Glenda Portillo for $25. Glenda, thank you very much.
Glenda, thank you.
Thank you also to Paul and Sue Rudy. We appreciate your $100 contribution. That was very helpful.
Paul and Sue, thank you very much.
I don't want to be remiss to forget James and Deborah Eshno at $250.
Wow. The numbers are adding up.
That's very quickly.
Probably stay here all night.
Not too bad, right?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
And last but certainly not least, Bob and Pam Jansen at $500. Bob and Pam.
$500.
Thank
Bob
you.
and Pam, thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
My goodness.
So again, you're anointing me as the math guy.
You are the math
well,
guy.
right now I guess I am. So I think that kicks us right towards 50% or darn near close.
50% of goal.
Yeah.
Exciting. Don't lose that momentum.
No.
Thank you. I cannot thank
you.
The staff, the campaigners, the board members enough.
Yep.
To have this kind of year, come out with such great results, and start with this kind of momentum on the next year. That's incredible. Don't forget, report numbers to the Los Cerritos Y no later than 12 o'clock on Thursdays. And you know what? It's greatly appreciated. And you know who else appreciates it? Do you?
I have no idea.
The kids. Here's a
course.
little message from the kids.
I can play with my friends. I can learn. I can get homework help. I can play games. I can play basketball. I can make art. I can do swimming lessons. I can use my imagination. I can have fun at the YMCA.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, kids. Now, I've been a supporter of the Los Cerritos Y since 2000. And due to the pandemic last year, I got engaged at the ground level during the school food drive, which was a much needed and very successful program. As a result of my experience there, I got to know the faces of the community, the families that came every day. I heard them tell about their hardships that they were experiencing because of the pandemic. And I felt the appreciation they expressed because of the services they were receiving from the YMCA. Your contribution and support really does make a difference by building those bridges to bring much needed support to those who need it. So if you're a campaigner, go out, tell your story to everyone that you can, and invite them to come alongside us in helping the families in our communities. And if you're not a campaigner now, we hope that you've been inspired to join us in our efforts to help the children and their families in our communities. Visit lcy.fundraise.org to start building bridges and starting to make a difference in our community. On behalf of our Los Cerritos YMCA Board of Managers, staff, and families, thank you for your efforts and happy campaigning. Good night, everybody. Have a great time.